Hi, everybody. Welcome to our welcome to our statewide Zoom call today. We appreciate all of you being on. We just appreciate the work that you're doing. Recently, this week, we have received word that our Create Better Health curriculum and our Thumbs Up toolkit, they have been both submitted to the SnapEd toolkit, which is, there's just a handful of places out there that have received approval to be in the toolkit, and both of those have been. So that's pretty exciting, and we're glad to have some scientific evidence-based programming that now can be used nationally. So thank you for your work in getting us to there. It's from the things you do day to day, as well as your input in.
You gotta leave me alone right now.
Into the development that has helped us. All right, so the first thing I want to do is provide that announcement that I told you I would do the first part of June. And the announcement is that the University IRB no longer requires us to gather informed consents or read the script during survey distribution to the majority of our programming. The only one that is required for us to still do those on is food, fun, and reading, which we're working on changing, but right now it's the only one that's required. So when you teach a class, we have instructions that we'll send out with the scoop, but when you teach a class, you of course do the pre before the class starts. So you're going to pass out the pre and have them fill it out before, and then turn it in before the class starts, and just ask them to do it. Just this is part of our education. Would you please fill out the survey? If they're asking why, the things that you can say are that it helps determine effectiveness of the class in helping to see that participants are making changes, and also for program improvements. Once again, this is all written in a statement that will come to you. And then on the other days, you just teach the class and pass out the surveys and have them fill it out. They still have the right to choose or not to choose, but that's not something we even have to say. You can just ask them to please fill out the survey and then leave it at that. So we think that this is an exciting change that will help people feel more comfortable with our surveys. Once again, food, fun, and reading has to have us do the scripts and the letter of consent, the informed consent. I think that covers it. Any questions on that? By time next year, we'll have food, fun, and reading in the same category. It just has a little, this year, the old survey for the pilot is still in it, and that is why that it's not approved at this time, but it will be deleted, and then we will have all of our classes just be this same routine of how to do it. And once again, I just wanted to emphasize that the pre-survey should be done before the intervention, before the class is taught. That's why it's a pre. So you don't want to do it at the end of the first lesson, because you've then given them some knowledge of that first lesson. So the pre is to see what they were before the end. And also, if the participants are interested, we don't match up their pre's and their posts. It just becomes congregated data, so that we can look at the whole of how things are. So if they're interested in that, that's an important piece. The next thing I wanted to do is read a statement that we've received from our Extension Administration. Specifically, this is from Margie Mehmet, but it is consistent with what we've heard from Ken White as well as Justin Smith. And it says, USU Extension Administration fully supports the Utah Food Sense program, which is consistently considered one of the most innovative and successful state programs in the nation, a reputation we are proud of. We encourage all FCS county faculty to fully engage in and provide leadership for the food sense program in every county across the entire state. As our faculty take ownership and plant the seeds of this low-hanging fruit opportunity, it provides the potential for each of you to produce consistent funding, valuable nutrition education, sustainable outcomes, life-changing impacts, and endless opportunities for professional scholarship, a most bountiful harvest for this investment. And I have one last thing that I want to share. So I just wanted to share that this last week, we lost one of our NEAs, and I'm just gonna read this and fill you in with anything else that I need to. We are devastated to learn about Heather's passing. This is Heather Shover, by the way, and to share that shocking news with you. She has been with Food Sense in Salt Lake since 2014 and worked as an intern for Melanie in Duchesne County in 2008. She will be greatly missed. Those of you who know her understand how loving, friendly, and kind she was. Those of you who don't can relate to her passion for helping in the community, her love of teaching food sense, and her skills relating to her participants. She was a great presenter, a valued employee, an amazing friend to her coworkers. Most of all, she was a fabulous mom that we all looked up to. She leaves behind three beautiful children, including her newborn baby girl, in the care of her husband. The Salt Lake Food Sense team is thinking they would like to put together a variety of freezer meals and meal kits to deliver to her husband to help. We would love any ideas any of you might have. Please share by emailing Melanie. They will keep us posted on funeral details when they hear the details. So, all right. Sorry, I probably should have waited till the end. All right, Jocelyn.
Okay, now this all seems really less important, but I don't know, should we talk about these things next week?
Yeah, maybe we should. You know what? We're gonna just leave it at that and live. One thing that, you know, when we lose people, that then we're reflective on our own lives, and I think just go do the best that you can and be mindful of your families and your friends. You never know what will happen. So we'll talk to you later.